Okay. This is Miss Smith and Mrs. Arellano. Group on communication. One of the ways that we are incorporating this skill is in the speeches this year, how every class has to do their own speech or some form of a speech.
Okay, the second question was, what do you find challenging about this skill? And there are a number of things that tend to be challenging about this. A, kids just tend to be lazy. They don't really see a necessity for speaking clearly, for getting their ideas across. I think a couple problems of why that is that we're in such a technology age that sometimes kids think, oh, I can just do that on the computer, I can do that on the email. But if they can't speak clearly, they're not even going to be able to speak clearly over the internet or whatever. So I think technology can, while it is a profitable thing, it can also be a detriment as well. So that's one of the biggest challenging things for me as a teacher with giving these speeches and whatnot. A, they think it's not an issue or they're lazy, and B, they are so technologically savvy that it's almost a detriment to them. So that's what I find challenging.
And then the ways that we can incorporate it in the first 4 weeks, at least for my class, is going off the speeches that we just did in the third quarter and how they were kind of not the greatest, is to make it on a simpler level and have them just take a actual math problem that we're doing in class and have them explain it on the board. So it's not really so much of a speech, but it is trying to incorporate them talking in front of other people, since I can't really grade on the whole, gestures and posture and all that stuff, but I can actually grade on how they're explaining and how they're speaking to other kids. That's how.
Okay, and then how I'm going to try and incorporate it in my classroom. In a couple of weeks, they're going to be giving their persuasive speeches. So I've been trying to show them the importance of, first of all, they started off with a personal experience speech, so they talked about something about themselves. And then secondly, they had to give an informative speech about a topic of whatever, of their choice. And then they have to give a persuasive speech and try to persuade their audience. So they see the importance of public speaking, and then also after that, we're going to be doing monologues. So they're seeing the importance of the dramatic side too. But I put more emphasis on the public speaking, because if they can't do that, they're going to have a hard time even trying to get a job with employment and whatnot. So that's the emphasis I've been doing.